Israel. All praise to the Most High. Y'all shall bless. We come to y'all today. We're going into the month of Ethamin, going into celebrations. This month we have 3 high holy days on this month. So we get prepared for this month, man. It's a very important month for the nation of Israel, and we're gonna go into that. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and get into what the name of this month is. And this month is the 7th month. And let me get 1 Kings 8:2.
The book of 1 Kings. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 2. And all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king Solomon at the feast in the month of Ethamin, which is the 7th month.
Which is the 7th month. This is the month of Ethamin, which is the 7th month. This is where we're going to be going into. The new moon will be beginning Sunday, actually Saturday sunset, going into Sunday sunset, which is the beginning of Ethamin, the 7th month. Y'all write that down, please. So when I ask it again, y'all know what it is. Now, with that being said, let's go to Leviticus 23 and 24.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24. Speaking unto the children of Israel, saying.
Say that again, read that again.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24. Speaking unto the children.
No, read that again.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
It says in the first day of the 7th month, we're going to have a Sabbath. It's like a Sabbath day. So Saturday is going to be a Sabbath where you can't cook. And then Sunday is going to be like a Sabbath where you can cook, but you can't buy or sell. You can't buy or sell Saturday. You can't buy or sell Sunday. So get prepared that Friday of preparation. You need to have your stuff prepared. If you're going to get some sandwich meat, get some sandwich meat and eat that for the next 2 days. Whatever y'all do and however y'all may do it on those Sabbath days. And that's what's going into on the first day. It's the blowing memorial. Read that again from that. Shall ye have a Sabbath?
Shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
This is a memorial of blowing of trumpets. This is what we're setting off this month. The Most High. This how important this month is. We sounded trumpets on this month, and that is remembering everything. Forget. Hey, if you got a grudge on this time, hey, this is the time to forgive your brothers and sisters. I don't give a dang what it's about. So if you're mad at somebody, get it out your mind. Go forgive them and go on about it. Don't wait till this month until the Feast of Tabernacles over with, then get back mad at them. Let this go. Let it go. And get it out the way, man. If you got to talk to them about it, Matthew 18 to 15, go up to them and, hey, get it out your chest. So
no fighting Israel.
Exactly. You can't work it out. Then y'all can bring it up to us and we'll go through whatever it is and hear both sides and go through it that way.
And we might have to, we got a pair of boxing gloves. I just miss it. No, but he right, man. On those feast days, we got to always know. On the day of atonement, they speaking of, you got to have your mind ready. Look, if the next day you get up with and you still got a grudge on your heart, guess what, man? You really willfully sinning.
That's right. That is exactly right. And all right, let's go to Numbers 29:1.
The book of Numbers, chapter 29, verse 1. And in the 7th month, on the first day of the month, ye shall have a holy convocation.
That first day of the month is a holy convocation. That means we need to gather together in holy convocation, which is what we're going to be doing. And I just, y'all need to pre-cook that. No, we'll be able to cook. Yeah. Just thought about it. So we're going to have a holy convocation and then gather on that day. So hopefully everybody can make it if you can. So let's try to get there. Let's try to do it the Most High God say. Read.
Ye shall do no servile work. Servile work. It is a day of blowing the trumpets unto you.
And day of blowing the trumpets. That is the first high holy day. That is one day. That's all it is. Now we're gonna get into the second high holy day. Let's go to Leviticus 23 and 27.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 27. Also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
A day of atonement. This is the day that Israel across the world, not just here but across the world, all of Israel. This is the day of atonement, afflicting your souls, getting rid of that old sin, getting rid of that old man, getting him out the way, and coming back to your God. Even though I don't care if you've been in this truth, you need to do this anyway. Because some of us have slipped all through the year, but getting there, repenting, getting it out the way. So we're learning one thing. We got to go back and forgive our brothers and sisters and afflict our souls and get that stuff off of us. So when we go back in after this month, hey, we don't have to take that with us.
It's really going to the point that if you do have a grudge and stuff towards your brother or sister, and when the day of atonement comes and you fast on that day and you get rid of that, guess what? Don't go back and pick up the same thing that you done left off.
Exactly.
You got to forgive. Guess what? It started day one. It's a new wine bottle, and you got to fill a new wine bottle with new wine. So you always keep that in your mindset.
And another thing just came to me. The 7th month. Y'all never noticed why this month is so important? Why he does all this in this month? The 7. Who knows? Go ahead.
7 means
Completion. It's like the Sabbath day, God's high holy day, the 7th month. Same thing. These numbers do mean, so when y'all see numbers in the Bible, mark them down in all places. Y'all notice they mean something. They mean a lot. We'll go through some, in fact, we'll do a class on some numbers and go through all of the numbers. I'm going to show you some things about all these numbers. 3, 7, all this stuff means something. 40. All this stuff means something. And it's the same thing. It goes through the Bible. The same consistent all the way through. And where we at? Go ahead.
It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
That's all you need on that one. That was 28?
That was 27.
Okay, go ahead.
28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
Now, there's a lot of things that we ain't gonna be able to do. Some people can't just take that day off. Otherwise, boy, we have these Edomites really. If we really did as a nation of people and start doing this, what they gonna do?
Exactly.
We can change it. We really can do this and change America where they think about what's going on anyway. And what they gonna do? Fire every Israelite? No, they can't. They're gonna be losing business. And down on that is gonna start if they start making a big fuss, they're gonna start bringing the other people who we couldn't reach. They'll be like, why they getting that day off? Why they didn't come to work? Then they'll start looking into it. This one day, I hope in the future we do just say forget it. These what was the Mexicans on the job one day, and boy, they fired one in the factory, and that whole all of them in there walked out. Man, it was all loud at the beginning, the machines going off, all this and all that. Man, it's got quiet as a mouse. Only person was speaking in that thing was the black dude family. He just sitting up there, man. And what could they do? You know what they did? Hired him right back. And I don't give a damn. He probably slapped the boss man wife. It don't matter. He gotta come. He coming back to work. Otherwise, they ain't gonna make no money. And we can do that same thing in America. But we first got to get our mind on how God said, and then stand up without no fear. So we feel, man, I lose my job, you know. You know, at the time everybody be up in that group, yeah, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. And then you'd be jumping out, yeah, let's do it. Then you jump out and do it. And then you look up and you be the only one did it, and everybody else be like, say, hey, man, I thought y'all, you know, and that's the fear.
All right, man. They can lose a few Negroes, start losing them Issa cars.
Exactly. When they start losing the nation of Israel all the way around, they done. They don't work. Every man, I like it, boy. Boy.
That's why. And the funny thing about it, they say go back. They say y'all go back to Africa. Y'all Mexico, go back to Mexico. But if all of us leave, America will be diminished within hours.
Wow. Who they gonna go get? Billy off the corner? The Billy the one that be trying to get money from you, and this is your kingdom? Man, come on now. Come on. Go ahead. That was it on that.
Read verse 29.
29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
So, read that one more again.
For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
So if you think you can just get away from this fast and not do what the Most High God say, I didn't say it, you just heard it, straight out the Bible. Read that one more time so that you understand it.
Verse 29, for whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
You're going to be cut off from Israel. So you can quit hollering about shalom, that's it. Done. Should not is what we're going to be saying. No, you should not Israel. You're not Israel no more. That's what you're going to be having to say.
Should go.
Yeah. Where we at? That was it on that? Yeah.
29.
Yeah, go ahead. Go 30. Right?
Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
And that right there, we can't help right now. We in captivity, and we can't. Like I said, we can do it as a nation of people. But if only one person gonna get up and do it, he's gonna be 5 days, ain't gonna think nothing about you. Company gonna go on all day long. But if you got about 100 of us in the warehouse, it can be done.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something about the Day of Atonement. Out of every fast that you do all year long, the Day of Atonement fast is the most critical fast that you can do.
And you know what? And you know that's right, because you fast all year and you be like, that was easy. But boy, for some odd reason, the Day of Atonement, it seems like the night ain't gonna never end. You wake up in the middle of the night, the day, it's just like, man, boy, it feel like you can feel the affliction on yourself.
Yeah, you can't sleep the whole day, man. That ain't afflicted. You sleep. It's going, you get in the bed, you sleep 14 hours out the day.
And fasting is good with prayer and arms, is what the Bible says. So the good thing, put your good arms in so we can move as a nation.
That's right.
And pray. This time you should be looking, this time right now when your body is you put your body in under and you in your spirit. This is that time to pray for your family that ain't in this truth. You know, the one that you like, man, the ones that you think they ain't gonna never get it. This is that time to pray. Then let the Most High move. But this is that time that you sitting back, your flesh out the way, you put your flesh, you ain't gonna be in the spirit. So now you directly in the midst of the Most High. Well, not in the midst of the Most High, but his son. Now he right here listen to your prayers. What you say? And then he take me right to the Most High right then and there.
And let's go get that fast, man. We got to go on and touch that fast. Let's get John chapter 3 and verse 7 right quick. See, because the thing is, we want to cover all bases. When you fast, you can't say like fast like the heathens. We don't fast like the heathens. We fast like Israelites supposed to fast.
Because they got these all kind of fasts.
Water fast.
I was in church, like I said, that time I was in that church, boy, they fast. We gonna fast from 3 a.m. to 12. Man, you ain't gonna wake up till 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Then it's almost 12. And they'll say, well, we just gonna eat fruit. And man, they have a fruit basket, 2 foot high. You ain't fasting, man. You know what I'm saying? Then, as soon as the fast over with, they only been fasting for the last 3 hours. They ate a whole garden, and then turn right around after that. They got 5 hamburgers on the fry. Just frying other stuff. Man, that ain't no fast.
Read it.
Jonah what?
3 and 7.
The book of Jonah, chapter 3, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And he caused it to be proclaimed and published through Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles,
He's talking about the fast. You go up to verse 5, but we're gonna read it right here.
saying, let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock, taste anything.
Do what?
Taste
Say
anything.
no in your mouth. Read on.
Let them not feed nor drink water.
No feed, no drink water. You don't put nothing in your mouth, so stay out of people's face that day, man. You don't put nothing in your mouth on that fast, man.
And if I know some of y'all got dogs and some of you got cats or whatnot, man, little Toby just gonna have to sit up there and suffer. He gonna be looking at that bag all day long and like, why he ain't feeding me today? Something wrong with him. Your best friend tomorrow when you open that bag though. After that day, because you ain't supposed to feed them either. Everybody fast. Everybody fast. So if you got little babies and stuff like that, hey, so put your breast back in your goddamn bra. He ain't getting nothing to suck on today. You finish on that?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay. Let's go to that was Numbers 29 and 7. No. Let's go to Leviticus 25 and 9. And men, just thinking about that, boy, imagine your baby if you starting right there like that. This won't be a problem at all. When he grow up, it'll be normal. He don't even know why he doing it now. He just know on that day, somehow he don't feel like eating that day. There's gonna be something that's already in him when you do it like that. And this one's gonna be all over crying, boy. I can imagine what that's gonna sound like.
Man, but you know what? Most High blessed that thing though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I mean, I just think about the few brothers that was they taking blood pressure medicine. They was diabetes. They ain't taking no insulin, nothing last year, man. I give my, hits off to them brothers. Man. They went hardcore with that fast, man.
Yeah. And if you're doing the right things, you mess around, you ain't gonna have to get that medicine no more.
That's right.
Doing what the Most High God, so you ain't got to put that blood pressure medicine up. Ain't gonna killing you anyway. Just holding you over. Yeah.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 9. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the earth the 10th day.
No. Read it over.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 9. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land.
Even on that day of atonement, whichever one of you Jeroboam brothers can blow the trumpet right, we blowing the trumpet on that day also. Whoever got good win that day. Y'all other two gonna have to get down with that too. Y'all know that, huh? Because these two been lacking lately. So we're gonna have to get y'all up on the part. But we blowing it on the day, we blowing it on the trumpet. And shoot them arrows right back. But we're gonna be blowing it on the day of on the memorial, which is that first day, and we're gonna be blowing the trumpet on the day of atonement. And we should have a little gathering, a small, not to eat. We may be doing it here. We might need to probably eat some before that night because there is a holy convocation that night. right before the sunset. That's if we get around to it. Other than that, we probably, if we don't have time to come together, we can get on the glide or message or just say hello to each other and make sure we together on one accord. Because I know we'll see about that. We're something to get into. I'll check today. But go ahead and finish it up.
Verse 10.
No, I don't need verse 10. Go to 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. No. Better yet, give me Numbers 29 and 12. Well, then we already, no. Salaki. I'm sorry. Go to 2 Chronicles 7, 14. I'm sorry, y'all. Can't read my own hand right.
The book in Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven.
That's why I wanted to put this in there. I know it don't have, I had to put this in there because this is a good scripture on this month. Read that, start that over.
The book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
And this was the Most High. If we doing these things that the Most High telling us to do, these are the promises He said will come to us. He healed our land. He healed Israel when He take us back. So this is something we must be doing, humbling ourselves and praying and doing the fasting and doing the feast and forgiving our brothers and sisters. Letting those old things go, man, for real. I mean, it's some of them I really don't want to let go, but I know I got to. There's some people I was like, man, I don't even want to forgive that one. I like that. I like it. Being mad at him or her. You know what I'm saying? It's some things like that but you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Like you said, like brothers bringing up some good points, man, because we know that the Most High hears us individually, but He hears us even more as a nation of people, man.
Yeah.
So then the Most High start answering some of them prayers that need to be answered, man. So fasting is very important, man. Very important for giving your brothers, man. That's very important. Go ahead, right?
In fact, while he just said that, read that. Just the first part of what you just read.
The book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14.
Just that first to the comma.
If my people.
Say that again.
If my people.
Like he said, it works as a nation. So he said, if my people, as a nation of people, do this. That's why it's important that we do this together. Don't be trying to cheat at the house. The Most High, He see you.
Exactly.
Don't go in there and eat that cracker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna eat just a piece of cracker. You heard all of us just eating that cracker, boy. I tell you, man, the Most High, that cracker make your stomach just cramp up. So let me get number 29. No, number 29 and 7.
Numbers 29.
I just want to bring that out just to what he was what he just inspired on. Got it.
The book of Numbers, chapter 29, verse 7. And ye shall have on the 10th day of this 7th month an holy convocation.
Like I was telling y'all, this is what I was talking about right here. Like I said, we'll talk about that. I need, that's something. Did you think about that?
What?
Man, yeah, but no,
Yeah, the double Sabbath. So we're gonna come together on that Sunday.
on the 10th day.
On the Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can.
Better yet, I'm on
We can make it for Wednesday.
Yeah, it's on the Wednesday. Yeah, we got class anyway.
Okay, all praise. That's all the most
So it is all praise. All praise. So we gonna be gathering anyway. So we had it all. So y'all need to be here. All of y'all who can make it. If you gotta have a great excuse. I don't care about your dog. Just make sure he fast on this day. And we'll be good. Go ahead.
And ye shall afflict your soul. Ye shall not do any work therein.
Mm-hmm. But I know some of y'all might have to go to work, come back, get off your job, relax, sit your butt home, get ready to come to class, let's have a holy convocation, and get prepared that day for that atonement. And prayer that night. Whenever you get a chance, pray. Turn to the east, pray. Pray, y'all, on this day. When you got your soul and your flesh is down, when you winning. Because that day right there, your soul, your spirit should be whooping your flesh. On that day, you should be undefeated. Your spirit should be undefeated on that day for sure. You might have lost 359 days, but on that day right there, your soul should win that day. Your spirit should win that day. Now we're going to get into the Feast of Tabernacles, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 34.
The book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles.
Read that again.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
That's y'all.
Saying, the 15th day shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
For 7 days. And y'all be talking about y'all, boy, y'all like these them wicked days they be having out there. Christmas, one day, gone. All you did was out of money, broke. Thanksgiving, gone. All you did was out of money, broke. Depending on your girl, all you did was out of money, broke. And man, I mean, it's just one day. Man, I'd rather be Israelite. Man. Especially when you're on land, you got 7 days to kick it. 7 days. If you missed the party last night, guess what? We got it tonight. If you miss it tonight, we got it tomorrow. If you miss it tomorrow, we got 7 days. We finna do this. This is the nation of Israel. Can't nobody party like we do. We kicks it. Like my homeboy, he's had that with that little list in it. We kicked it, man.
Like practices righteous rehearsal. Guess what? We gonna get up to doing that 7 days, man. So that's what this is all about. Practicing a righteous rehearsal, man.
Exactly.
So get your vacation days according to God's laws. Take those vacation days when we having God's high holy days, man.
Right.
Always keep that in mind, Israel.
Yeah.
You ain't got no vacation days, get your bills paid up.
Mm-hmm. And then anything, man, when we get to the kingdom of Nazareth, you got servants.
Exactly.
So you're gonna be at a party. You ain't gotta go in there, go and clean up the house, do none of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna be doing that.
So when the party over with, you don't even gotta walk back to you can have somebody carry you to the house. And then all you women, you walking back on rose petals. Man, I'm trying to tell you. This is something to look forward to in the kingdom.
The only thing you have to be worried about is what color garment you're gonna wear each day.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fly.
Oh, man.
Man. But go ahead, where we at? Finish on
35. We done with 35.
Okay. Go ahead.
35.
Yes.
On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
That means when y'all saying that servile, that's servitude word. That means like servitude meaning when you have a job actually. But we know, like I said, you can't do that, but I'm just letting y'all know exactly what that word means. It means under servitude, slavery work. Mm-hmm. Like we do in I got to do that tomorrow. But that's it. No, go ahead, one more.
36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be holy occasion unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
We don't have to do the sacrifices no more. But on the 8th day, after the 7 days, we still have a holy convocation, y'all know, on that day.
Yeah.
So the party ain't even stopped at 7 days. We got one more day.
Mhm.
And that's one thing about these high holy days, boy. You go ahead and over with, man. You gonna need your servants because I might not get up to the next another 3 or 4 weeks after one of these high holy days. These high holy holidays.
Holy week.
It's a lot. That's why I can't call it a day.
Holy week.
But and that's what I say, days, man, as a nation of people. Y'all get tired of some people. Imagine, boy, 8 days and June bug all in your face for 8 days. You've been trying to get rid of him for 8 days, boy. He just talking, spitting all in your face, boy. You can't wait, boy, to get home. Man, quit laughing, man. Let's move on. Let's go to Numbers 29 and 12.
The book of Numbers, chapter 29, verse 12. And on the 15th day of the 7th month, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days.
That's all you need on that one. That just saying the same thing. This is repetitive. He just giving you instructions so we don't forget it. That's why he put it in here 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. He's making sure we do these. So he's gonna keep putting it. That's why when you read this, it seems like you see how you read it over there. Same thing over here. He's telling you over and over. Look, this is what you're gonna have to do. Look, this is what you're gonna have to do. Look, this is what you're gonna have to do. And that's why we're giving it to you now. So we can be prepared. I know some of y'all have already done this before. Some of you probably haven't done this already, but it's a good thing. And this will be our first time together in the woods. Out doing camping. And it's a little getaway for me. I enjoy it. So let's go to Deuteronomy 16:13.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 13. Thou shalt observe the feast of tabernacles 7 days. After that, hast gathered in thy corn and thy wine.
And that's when we back in our land, when we gathering all our fruits of our labor. After you finish that, it's time to go party. Cause that's what we doing. When we working at that time, it's working our own hand. It's our own stuff. It's not like I don't work for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? When I go out here to this field, it's to feed my family. Well, when my workers go out into the field, but when they finish, I'm going to party. I'm going to kick it for 8 days.
Man, y'all just look at it. That's the same thing for us though.
Exactly.
They work the hell out of us, man. And on their holidays, what they do? They go get on their party barges, man. They be out there at the lake. They having big fun, man.
And didn't do nothing at work.
Yeah.
I mean, for the last year, they ain't did nothing but watch you work. I watch you on every job. In fact, I just seen this dude today, and I was watching. He drive around his truck. I drive around the truck, but I got things to do out there. This guy just be driving around doing nothing. And I be going, how do you? And then the next one pull up, he ain't did nothing. Man, I'm talking about since I've been on this new job, they don't do no work. I don't even think they pick up a pen, write a report, do nothing. They just watch everybody else work.
You just gotta get used to it, man. Look at it. Because when it's our turn, that's what you gonna be doing. The same old thing. Like, I guess it's time to go home.
Just got there at 8:30. Leaving at 8:31.
They in the field? Yeah, let's go.
go.
Yeah. All right, let's go to.
Hold on, read verse 16 right quick.
Verse 16.
Um,
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose. In the feast of the unleavened bread,
The feast of unleavened bread, read on.
and in the feast of weeks,
The feast of weeks, read on.
and in the
Pentecost.
feast of tabernacles.
So those are the 3 holidays we have to come. And I want this last part right here. Read this last part.
And they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Read that again.
And they shall not appear before the Lord
The
empty.
Most High said, don't be rude and bring something, man.
Yeah.
When you know we're about to have a good time, everybody chip in so we can all have more and be more merry.
let's get a precept on
Bring
this.
something. That means for everybody. Don't just bring the one Tic
It's around
Tac
35.
to the party.
34.
It ain't gonna make it.
35 and 4.
What we doing?
We're gonna get a precept on it. Like he said, thou shall not appear before the Lord empty handed. Read that out. It's around 35 and 4.
The book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
See, and you don't need, man. Now, what person gonna show up on God's high holy day and not have nothing, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Our Lord and Savior, man. Y'all won't go and come on his holy days and not bring anything, but just an appetite. Come on, man.
I'm gonna read 5 too. It say, for all these things, in parentheses, are to be done because of the commandments.
Mm-hmm. It's commanded of us not to. So don't be like the hypocrisy, a nigger. Don't be that. 'Cause you know how, boy, you know how black people go, boy. They'll come to the party with nothing and drink up everything.
And take a plate home with them.
When you having this one? Man, you ain't invited. I say that.
You say it's the 7th day?
Because when you even think about it, I mean, what did Yahushua do when he came to the turn water into wine?
Mhm.
So even Yahushua knows these things.
What you bring? All of that.
All of them. You know what that water down stuff.
What is the barrels up? I got barrels of stuff, man. What you talking about?
Get the party going, man. Go ahead, huh?
Okay, that was a good verse. Let's go to Hosea chapter 12, verse 9. Just to show y'all we've been doing this same stuff we doing it throughout the Bible, man. It ain't nothing that we stop. And I'm gonna go into, we're gonna go further on. We're gonna show you how much them did this too. So people say the law's done away with. We don't gotta do that. But why they doing them in the New Testament then? If all this was done away in the New Testament.
The book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 9. And I that am the Lord thy God.
Read that again.
The book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 9. And I that am, and I, the Lord thy God, from the land of Egypt, will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacle, as in the days of peace.
Finish now?
Yeah.
All right, now, I just want to dwell in tabernacle. Now, what I want to get at, I had to bring that out to bring this out because it says dwelling in tabernacle. And they also call this holiday, this high holiday, Feast of Boots. Feast of Boots. And boots means tents, dwelling places. Because at one time we were made to be in tents. Remember, Jacob himself was what?
Exactly.
Jacob was a home in tent. He was in a tent. I had the definition on that, but don't worry about it.
Hold up, and let me touch on this because you know we got a lot of brothers and sisters, or a lot of scoffers out there that be talking about the northern tribe. That's where Gad got this from the boots. That's why they dwell in what they call teepees today. But it's actually going into the boots. But yeah,
all them that was over here on this side. That's where The Taino Indians, Aztecs,
Exactly.
the Mayans, all them had these tabernacles,
Mm.
boots, tents.
Teepees,
See,
all of
that's
it is
where it
going to
came
the same
And
thing.
I should have got the definition. Or better yet, by the time I get there, I'm gonna look that up. But I'm gonna show y'all when you look up in the Strong's Concordance, it was a tent, and you can see from afar. What was the most scariest pipe man when he was over here, when he came across the land? When he seen what? If he seen the top of them tents, like, whoa, that scared him because he know this is a tribe over there. And they ain't playing. They were scared to go around. And just go to the Bible, go to Strong's Concordance. Go to Strong's Concordance, go to Boots. Either Boots or is it Tabernacle. Now let's go to Zechariah 14 and 16.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles.
So even your slaves don't have to keep this feast. They got to go out there and test too. Just because, hey, I know y'all out there, you is not going to relax in that slave shack. You better get out that slave shack, give you 10. They're like all of us gonna do.
I might not even get a tent, they just get max.
All right, let's go ahead, keep reading.
And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King.
And this talking about right here is Yahweh.
It's capital letter.
And I don't care where you live. Because I'm living in Ashdod anyway. I already got my place over there. I know I'm gonna get right up on the beach. If I do get into the kingdom. But like I said, this is everybody. I don't care how far you get. If you plan on moving all the way up north, you coming back on this day. You gonna come and see the Most High, see His Son. You gonna come and see Yahweh on this day. All of them, everybody. So all you think they just got out that field working 23 hours. You got some more walking to do. We got to go to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
No, you ain't get no rain. You just gonna be dry now. Well,
Like we say, with no rain comes what? No crops.
exactly.
No water for your animals. The Most High will starve you out.
That's exactly what he's saying on that. He gonna starve you out.
Read,
But we ain't finished.
Oh, okay.
We're going on.
Verse 18.
because that explains the rain.
And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain,
Talk about Ham, the Hamites. Read on out.
there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen tabernacle.
So man, not only if you gonna be starving, then you're gonna have plagues all on you, probably from starvation. You're gonna be getting sick. You're gonna be wishing you was there, man. I sure wish I went to that party. Yeah, your stomach just gonna be bubbly, boy. I'm talking about, man, it's gonna be hurting.
Read verse 19.
Verse 19. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations.
Of what?
Of all nations.
Of what?
Of all nations.
Everybody on the planet Earth don't have to keep these laws.
Mhm.
That's our job, especially as the 144. They're gonna be the new government enforcing God's laws on the planet Earth.
Say that again.
Enforcing God's law.
And how they gonna enforce it?
Read on,
With a
huh?
rod of iron, right?
Oh,
Now, you know why they gotta have the rod of iron now? Because he letting you know it's gonna be some they gonna be some of them not gonna be wanting to do
They're
it.
gonna be rebellious.
They just imagine. I ain't doing that. I bet you will.
Mhm.
I slap you across the head with this iron bar. Bet you get down there. You go to Jerusalem. All right.
They come not up to keep the feast of tabernacles.
Mhm.
Sit on that.
Yeah, let's sit on that one. Let's go to John. See, y'all thought we was just gonna stay in the Old Testament. Nope. Let's go to John chapter 7, verse 2. They was doing it over here too. And we don't gotta do that no more. That's done away with. Let's see.
The book of St. John, chapter 7, verse 2. Now the Jews' feast of tabernacles was at hand.
Mhm.
His brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence, and go to Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest.
That's all. Then you look, and what were they doing? What was at hand? Feast of Tabernacles. So they were doing it all the way. You know, I was shot down. Even the one, and some of these, they were living in their own land. Imagine that.
Mhm.
Some of them had nice cribs. Come up out that nice crib
Mhm.
and go and get your tent, and let's go out here and play with these frogs.
Mhm.
Some of y'all know what I mean. One that was out there. Me and Jeremiah missed that. We didn't go take no shot. We snuck to the
Yeah.
They didn't know we did that. Let's get let's only be the last one. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 42.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Mm-hmm. You too. Yeah, like I said, if you got your little, you say you're gonna have that mansion and all that stuff, yeah, you can kick it all them days. But on this week, you going to the booths, you going to the tent. Go ahead, might have a golden tent, but you're gonna be in a tent.
That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
Mm-hmm.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, Lord your God.
All praise. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this, because the fact of the matter is, this is taking us back to when we came out of the land of Egypt, we were in booths. Jacob was in a booth. That's what he loved to be, right? We were made to be like that. So don't just get all comfortable because, he done gave you a mention. He gonna always, he gonna keep you back. You gonna be still knowing, remember, because he always told me he's a boat.
And see, and then another thing, man, when we out there on the feast day, man, on the feast of booth, man, you can tell, man, how it was. Like, let's just give an example. Last year, man, we adapted to that thing so quick, man. It was just like it was just like I said, natural. We went straight out there, man, and having a good time.
Them tents up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Some cats didn't even know how to work a tent, boy. In the back. 10 minutes. I'm 10 big baby tent. My tent wasn't that big anyway. This shit, though, I'm going to get me a nice size tent, one I can fit in. But on that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Say, but the goose even dwell in tents.
Man, that was a 3-man tent I had.